Hello everyone, welcome back to another Ace Run Disc Golf video. Today I'll be taking you through my bag, what I throw, what I keep in there, everything like that, so you can see how a chump plays and buys way too many frisbees. Today is another solo video. Serena already filmed her in the bag. If you haven't given that a watch, I will leave a link down in the description so you can go check that out, see what we throw different, whose bag is better, anything like that. Okay, so to get started with the chump version of in the bag, as I'll probably call this, let's look at the bag itself. It's a Prodigy backpack style. This is the first backpack style bag that I've had. I've enjoyed it, especially with this one. It has a lot of good padding on the back, so it doesn't feel too heavy, doesn't hurt too much. And then also all the pockets you could ever want, which comes in handy for snacks and water bottles, stuff like that. So I've enjoyed that. Also, I can carry way too many frisbees in it, so that's the main draw of it. So I think I have 20 in the bag right now, which, you know, up and down depending on what course I'm playing. To get started with, let's look at my putting putters. Putt with the Judge. I have 2 of them in here, just one for backup. This one's much more beat in, so I'll probably just start using this one exclusively. So the Judge, yeah, just like how they feel. That's the main thing for putting. Fly straight, go in the basket every now and then. That's all I can ask for. I have the Rikiwasaki Pig. I just added this to the bag not too long ago. I was hoping to use it for forehands more. I still quite haven't gotten the feel down yet, but it's really dependable. Goes where I want it to go. I'm loving it backhand right now, so hopefully I can break it in a little bit more this upcoming year. Also, that stamp is just so cool. Next, for similar kind of purposes, this is a Jawbreaker Zone with the Sweet Tommy Kitty stamp on it. So this one started off really stable. It's already beat in a little bit. It's kind of concave in the center there, which I actually really like for comfort purposes. So yeah, this disc I use for forehand, approach shots, anything. Okay, and this disc really isn't technically a putter, but it kind of flies like one. This is the Discraft Soul, but the Ace Race version of it. So I believe this is ESP plastic. I'm not really too familiar with Discraft. Flies pretty slow, really straight. Mainly use it for utility type approach shots or for putts that I need to throw on a really sharp anhyzer angle and fade out Annie the entire way. I also have the Z Soul because I liked that one so much. I was like, let's get an actual Soul when it comes out. Hopefully be a little more stable. And it flies about the same. So much glide, it will just keep going and going, but it doesn't fit too well in my hand. It's really domey, as hopefully you can see. I prefer my discs to be really flat and they just kind of fit in the hand better. But yeah, this thing will glide forever. So now we're officially into the mid-ranges. I don't carry that many putters. These are my mid-ranges. This is a type of disc that I never used to throw, and now I rely on probably way too much. First one, Metal Flake Gator. We just got this one from the Innova factory store, and we did an unboxing video on the channel a little while ago, so go check that out. But I got this right before it got cold. So that means I haven't really been able to get used to it yet, but I'm bagging it still for now. We'll see if it stays in there or not. Then I have a Patrol that I got from playing in a Trilogy Challenge a couple of years ago. And I hated this disc when I first got it, and now I love it. Like, it has so much glide to it. It's really understable, so I can release it on hyzer like this, and it will flip up, even finish right if you throw it hard enough. So I use this for a lot of wooded shots, tunnel shots that I can start like this, fade up to flat, fly straight for a really long time because, like I said, a lot of glide to it before just ever so slightly dying to the right or to the left. And then my favorite mid-range, and maybe my favorite disc ever, is a truth, and I have 3 of them. I've got 2 in prime plastic. This one's really beat up, really understable. This one's probably the most stable one that I have. And then I also have one in lucid plastic. And especially the lucid one, I feel like I can throw almost as far as most of my drivers with a lot more control over where it's headed. So this is probably the disc that I throw the most out of any in my bag. Okay, so we're done with the putters and mid-ranges. Now on to the chump's favorite disc. Anything that's way too fast to throw that I shouldn't be throwing. We'll get started with a TL. This one I got from factory second store as well. Wiped off the stamp, did this dye job. I think it turns out pretty cool. But I had another TL in the bag that I got an ace with like right away. I was throwing really well, and then I lost it. So this one is the replacement. This one is a little lighter. It's 171 grams. Most of these other discs have been max weight. So this one I will release flat. It will drift to the right a little bit before coming back. So essentially a straight flight, but you can also put a little bit of movement on it if you want to. And it still smells like shaving cream. The next disc is another dye job. This one is clear, put a little purple on it. This is a Champion Thunderbird. And once again, I haven't thrown it too much. I got it at the same time as the Metal Flake Gator. But I've thrown a lot of Thunderbirds before, and I really like them. They're one of my favorite molds to throw. So I think once I get this one beat in, I'll use it for anything that's a little too long or I need to put a little more power into, then I can use the TL for. And once again, a new one. I lost a bunch of Frisbees recently, so that's why I have so many new ones in the bag. This one is a Wraith. And once again, I haven't thrown a Wraith before, but it feels really comfortable in the hand. And I'm hoping to use it similar to the Thunderbird, but maybe a little longer flight. But once again, I'm just gonna have to kind of experiment with this one. So we shall see. Okay, let's get into the big boys, right? We've got 4 distance drivers. The first of which is a Gold Line Ballista. And I love this disc so much. I think mine's kind of beat in. I'm not sure. I got it secondhand, so I don't know how these fly straight out the box. But for me, this will flip up to flat, flex out, and I'll get a full flight out of it almost every time. This is maybe the disc that I can throw the furthest in my bag, which for me, not that far, but still, relatively speaking, pretty good stuff. Okay, and the rest of these are Innova Destroyers of some variety. First one is Champion Plastic. This tie-dye color, I lose it almost every time I throw it in the summer. There's certain rounds where I just can't throw it because I'll lose it. But anyway, I'm really comfortable with this one, a sidearm. I've got at least a couple aces with this thing, so it has to stay in the bag, right? And I use it for, max distance, but normally sidearm or shots that I need a big skip out of. If the Ballista is not my furthest flying disc, then this one is. And this one is 158, but kind of like a pop top deal. So this thing just goes so far, especially in a tailwind. Put it up high, let it rip. Like I said, most of these are max weight. I've really enjoyed throwing a disc that is stable, but lighter weight. It allows me to do a lot more things with it, and mainly it goes really far. So on this one, a little dirty right now, but another dye job I did, another Star Destroyer. This one's 164 grams. So I'm hoping that I can beat it in a little bit and it will fly just like this one. But for right now, I use it for shots I need a little bit more stability for, because I know this one won't flip over even in the wind. This one could flip over. So essentially the same thing, just a little bit more stable. Also, gotta represent Iowa State. Okay, so on to my last 2 discs. These are definitely, I would label them utility discs at this point. This is a Champion Ape. It's probably the disc that I've had in my bag the longest. Back before I knew what Frisbees to throw, I picked this up because I thought it would go a really long way. It doesn't, because it's just way too stable. I use it for a lot of overhand shots, sidearms, anything that I can released on a lot of anhyzer, and I know it's going to come back no matter what. That's why, like I said, utility disc, just for certain kind of trick shot type shapes to it. And then the same thing, but the complete opposite side of the spectrum, an Innova Beast. But this is incredibly understable. I can use it for rollers, which I'm just trying to incorporate into my game more. Big sky Annies, anything like that. Both the Ape and the Beast are utility for me, so they don't see action too much. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, tagging along with my in the bag. It was actually fun for me to see what I do throw, kind of what holes are in my bag. Let me know if you have any recommendations for the type of disc that I need to get, because I will definitely buy more. But also let me know if you've thrown in any of these, which one's your favorite, anything like that. But yeah, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, tune back in for more disc golf content.